your daily market report on this Monday, the 8th day of September. At the auction barns around the state today, China Livestock Auction, they're expecting to have about 700 head. Callaway Livestock Center, they've got about 2,200 head on their early listings. Joplin Regional Stockyards are expecting to have about 13,500 head with a full 125 pot loads of yearlings in the offering. We'll take a look at the early report from there in just a few minutes, but first we're going to take a glance at some of the top sales from the special replacement cow sale that was held Saturday evening at Ozarks Regional Stockyards in West Plains. They ended up with 1,019 head. The top pairs at the auction, some black hide cows bred back in the first stage with 300-pound calves at their side, brought $5,300. The top package of bred cows were some second and third stage cows, 2 to 8 years of age. They brought $4,700. And the top heifers at the auction, 24 head of black-hided heifers in the third stage, averaging 1,077 pounds, sold at $4,400 per head. At Joplin this morning, like we said, they're expecting 13,500 head. They didn't have a sale last week because of the Labor Day holiday, so looking back to 2 weeks ago, at the opening of the day, the calves under 650 pounds of steers, 3 to 6 lower. Those over 650 pounds selling steady to 8 higher. Heifers selling steady. The steers in Joplin, medium and large ones, 4 to 5 weights at 460 to 520, 5 to 6 weights at 405 to 472, 6 to 7 weights at 370 to 435, 7 to 8 weights at 360 2.5 to 392.50, 8 to 9 weight steers, 357 to 369, some 900 to 950 pound steers at 321 to 328. Feeder heifers weighing 400 to 500 pounds at 390 to 480, 5 to 6 weights at 370 to 420, 6 to 7 weights at 350 to 385, 7 to 8 weight heifers at 330 to 357.50, some 8 to 9 weights at 323 to 329. Box beef cutout values at the opening today, 82 cents higher on the choice, $411.58. Select up $2.28 at $387.47. Those values based on 46 loads of cuts, trimmings, and grinds, and the Choice Select spread at $24.11. When all was said and done last week, 73,490 head of confirmed negotiated sales. Live sales were $1.43 lower for the weighted average price for the week, $242.62. Dress sales were down $2.64 for the week at $383.22. Head counts in the regions last week. Texas ended up with 4,733 head. Kansas, 6,996 head. Iowa reported 28,657 head of negotiated sales. And Nebraska, 22,709. Taking a look at the futures markets at midday. After a lower week last week, the cattle seem to be trying to claw back some of that ground this morning. Live cattle for October, 52 higher, 236.50. December at 238.20, up 75, and February up $1.10, 239.77. September feeder cattle at 362.30, up 247. October at 360.75, up 285, and November 359.22, up 307. October lean hogs 42 lower, 95.60. The rest of the contracts higher. December's up 12 at 88.45. February at 90.75, up 37. Taking a look at the grain futures at midday, corn contracts 1 to 2 cents higher. September at 401 1/4, December 419 3/4, March at 437 3/4. Soybeans are 3 to 4 higher at midday. September at 10.10, November new crop beans at 10.31, January at 10.49 1/4. Wheat contracts are 1 to 4 higher. September 502, December 523 1/4, and March 539 3/4. Soybean meal for September up 282 at 282 a ton even. That's up $1.50. No trades this morning on the September oil contract. October's unchanged at 50.81. With the Missouri Department of Agriculture, that's a look at your daily market report for Monday. This is Tony Hancock.